Hi guys, it's Ariana. So I've really been wanting a pair of like checkerboard pattern pants, particularly this one, but I'm not ready to spend that kind of money. So why not just make our own? It seems like it'll be relatively simple, at least I'm hoping. But basically, we're just gonna take a pair of thrifted white pants and use some fabric paint to make the checkered pattern. I've not tried this kind of fabric paint, nor did I really do a tester, which probably should have, so I'm really hoping that this is not just like a complete fail. But yeah, let's just get into it. I'll show you how I tried to do this.
Okay, so here are the jeans that I thrifted. They're perfectly high-waisted and also a straight leg fit, which is exactly what I was looking for, and they were only $5.99. The other materials that you will need is of course some fabric paint in the color of your choice. I kind of wanted to do like a lime green color, but there wasn't any available in that exact color, so I was going to mix my own. And then you will also need a paintbrush. I recommend one of these kind of square top ones. And then you'll also need a ruler and then something to mark with, like some chalk or a pencil. I actually wanted to crop my jeans a little bit, so that's why I'm including scissors and this liquid stitch as well. But of course that's entirely optional. And while we're talking about that, I'll show you quickly how I would crop my pants. Just put them on and fold up the hem as much as you want it to be cropped. And then when you take them off, you'll be able to measure exactly how much to cut away. Just don't forget to account for seam allowance to fold the hem under and give it a clean finish. I think I measured here about 4 inches that I wanted taken off. So I marked 3 inches from the bottom because I wanted to do a 1-inch hem. And then all you do is just sew that hem in place, or do a no-sew version like me and use that liquid stitch, and then just press it down firmly and let it dry. Okay, so now we will move on to the fabric paint. Like I said in the intro, I didn't test anything out prior to this, so that little scrap of fabric that I cut away was actually a perfect place to test out the fabric paint and the color and everything. So I definitely highly recommend testing it out on a similar fabric or like a scrap piece of fabric, just to make sure that you like the color and that it doesn't bleed through the back. And you can test out exactly how big you want the checkerboard pattern to be. The instructions on the back of the fabric paint actually says to put like a piece of cardboard behind the fabric. The jean material I found was actually thick enough that you didn't have to do that, and it didn't bleed through at all, so I had no problems there. So to draw out the actual checkerboard pattern that you'll use as a guide, I laid out the pair of jeans flat, and then what you're going to do is just take a ruler. I didn't have like a straight ruler, so all I had was this tape measure and it worked, but I think a straight ruler would be easier, so if you have that, definitely use it. And I would start your horizontal line somewhere on the pair of jeans where it's pretty obvious that it's perpendicular to the leg or the pant leg, and then use that marking as a guide to make your next straight line. I think I ended up making my squares about 1 inch by 1 inch, and I really like how that size turned out. I would actually recommend going ahead and doing all your horizontal lines and then your vertical lines as well. That way you don't have to stop in the middle of painting to make more of a guide. As you can see, I didn't really like follow any curve or anything to the leg. I just kind of kept them all straight. As far as the pocket and the waistband goes, I just continued the lines across and painted a kind of a continuous pattern. The waistband, I did end up following the curve of the waistband just because I felt like that would look the cleanest, and the size of the squares worked out perfectly so that I could just like draw a line across the waistband and, you know, cut it directly in half, and that worked out great. Okay, and then once all of your markings are done and you have this grid pattern, you can go ahead and start painting. Like I said, I really recommend kind of a square top brush because I felt like it was the easiest and made the cleanest corners. But honestly, don't worry too much about it being perfect or anything, because I definitely made my fair share of mistakes, but you can't tell. You can't tell once you have them on and you know, you're kind of looking far away. It looks like, you know, it's legit. So I don't know why I randomly started with this square, but honestly I recommend starting with the very top left if you're right-handed like I am, and working your way to the right and down. That way you don't, you know, run the risk of smudging the paint or anything like that. If you're left-handed, obviously you do the opposite of that. And then pretty self-explanatory, but all you do is color in the alternating squares. So yeah, very straightforward, pretty simple. The only thing is that you will be here for a while. And even that I feel like is an understatement. So make sure you got yourself a drink, have a snack or something, and definitely don't plan to do this all in one night because you will hate yourself, because I did. Here's a little progress shot of the top left corner of the pair of jeans, and you can see how the pattern just goes over all of the pockets and the waistband seamlessly. So yeah, all you do is just repeat that over and over and over until your eyes fall out and your hands cramp. Just like this footage of me hating my life and staying up very, very late trying to just finish the front side of these jeans. Like honestly, the plan was to do the front and the back, but I did not get to that by the time we filmed this after shot. But you know what? It is what it is. I still really love how they turned out, and they look exactly like I wanted. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more DIYs in the future, and follow me over on Instagram as well. I do post some other, upcycles and quick thrift flips that I do. So yeah, I would love to connect with you over there. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.